Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, one gentleman has just found out the hard way. Having something in your bag in Turk and Caicos can lead you into an awful lot of trouble. We also have a bunch of juveniles, they're calling them, trying to board a river cruise ship, the American Jazz, and now are facing charges. And Celebration Key, Carnival's new location that they're building, they're installing something there that you wouldn't expect them to have to install on a tropical island. So the American Jazz was docked at a cruise port and passengers were off visiting when all of a sudden in the evening, about 12 to 15 U's, they're calling them U's, boarded the ship. And after being confronted with security on the ship and the crew, also the police were contacted. They tried to exit the ship and disappear off into the crowd. Well, the police did track down two of the individuals. One is a minor and one was deemed an adult. That adult was actually brought in and charged with trespassing, etc. Who knows what they're going to do with the investigation with the rest of them, but yeah, a little bit of a scary situation. I mean, river cruise ships are not known to have large crew on board, and having a bunch of people board a ship that's not supposed to be there can be very troublesome indeed. And I'm quite sure that security will be looking into this, and those folks that did it, I think you're going to get into some serious trouble because they don't want this to become a thing right across the United States of people trying to do this. And we will see what happens in the future, but yeah, kind of scary if you're a passenger on that ship, American Jazz. A good thing is no reported that anybody was injured during this incident, but wow, you don't hear of that happening on a large cruise ship, but the smaller ships are a little bit more vulnerable to this sort of thing. Not terrific news happening there. Quickly, before I get into my next two stories, I just wanted to thank everybody for their well wishes yesterday on my update. I do have my doctor's appointment already scheduled for my next CT scan and a different type of test, the same one that they used last time to find out what happened, if there was something in the blood work that should be looked at right away. And I have that the week I come back from this cruise before my group cruise. So thank you again to everybody for that update and all the well wishes yesterday. I appreciate it, and we'll see what happens. Next, let's talk about a gentleman who is off in Turks and Caicos and was having his bag, which they do often. They'll often have checkpoints, and they'll often have security in and out of the cruise terminals and the ports, and dogs there all the time. Here at Disney, for example, just going to Disney Springs, they have multiple police dogs all over the place checking people's bags on the way in and looking for stuff. But this gentleman apparently had some bullets in his bag, and under the new Munitions and Firearms Acts that they have there, this is a felony offense and like trouble, shall we say. He was immediately arrested, not for having shot at anybody, as far as I know, as far as the stories are going, but for just possession of these items. And he is set to he appeared in court and is being held in court because he's a foreign national. He's from the United States until June, where his next court hearing is to be held. So yeah, all you hunters and gun owners and things like that, make sure you do not travel with any ammunition, bullets, guns, anything like that to foreign countries. They take that stuff really serious. And this is the second such incident this year that's happened with just bullets being found in people's bags and those people being detained for months and facing up to 12 years in prison. Yeah, yikes. So yeah, don't carry that stuff to foreign countries. Please just don't take the chance. It's not worth it. You want to have it? Stay home. Pretty plain and simple. The laws in the United States, the laws in Canada, the laws in the UK mean squat when you're in somebody else's country. Plain and simple. Really good advice to keep an eye out for it. Now, before I talk about Celebration Key, Carnival's new big private island that they're building out there, let me just say, hey, have you subscribed to the channel yet? If you want to keep up to date with everything going on in the news, in the cruising industry, things you shouldn't be bringing on your cruise ship so you don't end up in jail like these people, and all the things that you may need to be aware of, like people being idiots and boarding a river cruise ship just for the sake of it or possibly causing trouble. It's stuff you need to know that keeps your vacation safe, sound, and a little bit more enjoyable, and it prepares you a little bit more for what might possibly happen out there, as well as all the great things that happen on cruise ships as well. I hope you'll join me here on the channel. Doesn't cost anything, but boy, when you hit that subscribe, the like, and the comments, it really does tell YouTube people love cruising channels, and it really helps the channel out, and again, I really do appreciate it. Alrighty then. Let's talk about Celebration Keys. Well, it's their biggest island they're ever building, and it's looking like it's going to be the biggest private island out there, possibly even bigger than Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and they're putting a lot of effort into this. But one thing that they are about to install on this private island. Now, what do people look for when you think Caribbean private island? You think sun, beaches, right? Sand, good weather, but you also think palm trees. Now, this island apparently is going to be being positioned with 5,000 new palm trees. And the reason for that is you want to build shade in areas. You want to block off other areas of this island to make it more private. For instance, an adult-only area. Palm trees also help dampen the noise from possibly, carnival type rides or places, music in the round pool areas from other areas. So they're actually installing over 5,000 palm trees on Celebration Key to make it more tropical and make it more exotic for all of us traveling who don't have palm trees where we live, like me. So yeah, they're gonna give you that more of a tropical island feel, and that's one thing you wouldn't expect them to need to install on a Caribbean island is palm trees, but there you go. That's the one thing that they are definitely shipping over and installing an awful lot of palm trees for your next vacation at Celebration Keys, due to open next summer. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.